Good morning, good morning, good morning. Glad to see everybody on here this morning. Continuing in the our session. This is October 13th, 2024, Sunday, 8 a.m. Pacific. Continuing the mindset and psychology in trading, based on how to turn $200 into $10,000 in 5 months. So we want to make sure that you are aware that it's possible, and I want to show you exactly how to do it as well. So I've shown you why the funded trader accounts are the future. We'll go over it again at the end. But basically, what we're doing, the new way of doing it, in my mind, is to use other people's money. And if you think about buying a house, if any of you bought a house before, you go out and buy a house. Let's say it's 500,000. You don't buy it $500,000 cash. You put a deposit down there. You put a down payment on the house. Okay, and then you put a small amount into that purchase. And then you use other people's money to finance the rest. And other people's money is simply, it's called a mortgage. And so, but the difference between a funded trader program and the mortgage loan is it's the mortgage you have to pay monthly. Every single month you have to pay into the account. Okay. And the difference being with our one, sorry, let me go back there. The difference being is when we put $200 to get a $25,000 account, it's a one-time only fee. That's all it is. So in this case, we put in $200, we get a $25,000 funded trader challenge account. When we pass that challenge, they fund our account with $25,000 of other people's money, and we trade with that. We only put $200 in, but we now have a $25,000 account. Okay, that's much better than trying to put $200 in a live account and you're only trading with $200. And the reason being, again, is it's all about the leverage. And I'll show you again, I'll run through it again with you at the end to show you what that exactly looks like. We'll go ahead. We have a question. Just type it in the box there, Guillermo, and I'll happy to answer it. Or unmute yourself and I'll answer you there. Let's go on to the next slide. Okay, there are several funded trader programs out there. So look for that one. Look for one that meets your needs. You've got to pay very close attention to the rules and regulations of all these funded trader accounts, or they're called is trading taking your shot, like getting good at your shot. I don't know what that means, Guillermo. Is trading taking a shot? I don't know what that means. There are several programs out there. You've got to be very careful because some of the rules are very restrictive. For instance, some of them won't let you hold trades overnight. You've got to open them and close them the same day. So if you're a swing trader, a day trader, or a position trader, that's not going to be good for you. So you've got to make sure that is not going to limit how you trade. Guillermo says, like mastering a strategy, being disciplined to just look at that. Yeah, of course. We'll go over that a little bit later in this one, Guillermo. This is like session 7 of this program. They're all on my YouTube channel, so you can go through those. They're all about 30 to 40 minutes long. But yeah, mastering your strategy, being disciplined, being consistent, and focusing on a strategy that works. Generally my people, I put on the impulse strategy in IM. And then there's an advanced strategy called Dynamic Edge, which I use as well. But make sure I've used several different strategies over my 3 years in the business. And each time, you want to make sure you master one strategy. All the strategies are going to be based on very solid principles of trading anyway. So whatever strategies you're learning, there's going to be a lot of similarities between them, but they're always being developed. You always want to be learning. You always want to be mastering that strategy and adding deeper and more levels to that strategy to help you be successful. So back to the funded trader. Make sure you can trade your style and time frame, like I just said. Some of the restrictions are designed for you to fail the challenge. So you have to be careful about that. Some of these prop firms, these funded trader firms, they really want you to, pay in your $200 or whatever their fees are. Now I'm using $200 because that's the funded trading program that I use. You pay in $199, you get a $25,000 account. Other firms are different prices. Some of them are lower, but they can be more restrictive. Some of them are higher, and they might be less restrictive, or they might suit your style or time frame better. And also see where they're based. If they're based in London or Australia, or a European country, very often they are regulated in that country. If they're in the Virgin Islands or the Caribbean or Africa or some of these smaller countries, they are not regulated at all. So where they're based is very important. The one I use is based in London, and how long they've been in business as well. You don't want to have a startup because they won't have the capital behind them to be able to fund your account for 25,000. And don't forget, when you pass your $25,000 challenge, they fund you with 25,000. When you run it up and make 10% on that strategy, you can either take you can take your profits out, or you can double up to the next level. So when you run your $25,000 account up to 27,500, if you don't take any money out, you can request that they double that to 50,000. And when you run 50,000 up to 10%, 55,000, you can ask to double it again. And most of these funded trader programs will allow you to double up all the way to somewhere between 2 million and 4 million is the maximum. And again, look into the funded trader program and they will show you that. But very, very exciting stuff. It's definitely the way of the future, funded trader, prop firm challenges. Here's some of the prop firms that are out there. Literally, there are hundreds out there. These are some of the better known ones, some of the ones that have better results. Like I said, I use Funded Trading Plus out of London. I don't make any money if you sign up for them. I'm not recommending them. You have to do your own due diligence. It's the one I like, and it's the one that their rules and regulations suit me and the way that I like to travel. Guillermo, one of the things, you still want to start off with your demo account before you get into a funded trader account or a live account, because you still want to practice and learn and get better at your strategy, learn your strategy, learn how to be disciplined, learn how to apply the mindset psychology that I've been teaching in here, and then focus on the instruments that you're going to focus on. Maybe it's just 1, 2, or 3 to begin with. Get really good at trading those only. Don't jump all over the place. So one strategy, 1 to 3 markets, maybe NAS 100, or maybe gold, maybe USD, JPY, something like that. Just get very good at that, and the results will follow if you stay disciplined and if you stay consistent. So anyway, there's some of the other ones out there. You can investigate them and see which one looks good for you. When you when you trade your funded trader account, you've got to treat it just like you would a live account. So you're still doing everything else. You're looking for the high probability trades. That's the ones that have the higher chance of success. You're not looking for every trade. You're not looking to make the market do what you want to do. The market's going to do whatever the market does. So you have to wait for the signals of your strategy that you've learned to tell you when is the right time to get in and the right time to exit. Okay. And fear of missing out is very big in the entry and the exit. So fear on the entry, when your signals all line up, that's the time to act and get in the market. Sometimes it'll go against you straight away. You just get out straight away. You take your lesson and you wait for another setup, because the market is not 100% guaranteed each and every trade. But the more signals that you get, and in impulse, we look for at least 5 signals, and if we can get 6, 7, or 8 signals all saying yes, go in for a trade, that's a stronger, higher probability of success. Okay, and be consistent. That's what it really is. It's about consistency, and when you're consistent, that will compound. Again, I'll go over the right at the end here what compounding does, how we take from $200 up to $10,000 in 5 months. I'll show you exactly how that happens. But you've got to be consistent in your actions, your outlook, your goals, your trading plan, everything. Next week, I'll go over some of the specific trading rules that you've got to apply to your trading, no matter what you're doing. So let me take you to the Funded Trading Plus page, just to show you what it looks like and what there is there. Like I say, I do not profit this. I don't have an affiliate link. You go straight to their website. It's right there, fundedtradingplus.com. But you can use any prop firm you like. I'm just going to show you this particular one, okay? So this one here is, as you can see up here, is fundedtradingplus.com. You'll get to the home page like this. Right now, they've got a 15% off all evaluations. So if you were starting with the $200 one, you'll actually get $30 off. So it'll be $170 off total instead of 200. Okay. It's got a 4.7 out of 5 rating, 2,200 and something reviews. Your programs are up here. You can go through all of these. I'm going to focus on the Experienced Trader program just because that's the one I'm on. But have a look at all the other programs as well. See if any other ones take your fancy. I prefer this, so we'll click on Experienced Trader programs, and we'll take you over. The reason that I like about the Experienced Trading program is that it is only one phase. Okay. Thank you very much, Guillermo. It's a one-phase challenge, means that when you hit your 10%, as you can see here, your profit target of 10%, you're immediately funded with the $25,000. A lot of them are two-phase. Sometimes they're slightly less, but they might be, you have to pay, instead of paying, winning the challenge by a 10% gain in one go, it might be 8% in the first phase and maybe 6% in the second phase. So I like the single phase Experienced Trader program. It's $25,000. I call it $200. It's $199. As you saw on the homepage, they have a 15% off, which is going to be $30 off. So right now it's $170. Okay. It'll tell you there's no minimum trading days. So some prop firms, you have to trade every day. Some of them you have to trade, so many days a week, 3 days a week, whatever. Otherwise, they close the account on you. So watch out for that. They give you a 30 to 1 leverage, and you can lose up to 6% overall, which is $1,500. But if you lose more than $1,000 in one day, they'll also close you down. So these are some of the rules you have to look for in any trading firm challenge to help you out. There's no scaling plan on the before you pass the challenge, but once you pass the challenge, each time you get 10% of simulated profit, you can increase to the next level. So the next level would be 50, then 100, then 200, and it'll go all the way up. You can't withdraw on your first day, but after that, you can withdraw weekly. I believe the withdrawal day is Friday, and the minimum you can withdraw is $50. That's after you paid the pass the challenge. And there's lots of other sides. There's no maximum simulated lot size. There's no limit. Again, some of them will give you that limit. I'll answer your question in a second, Guillermo and KD. And you can hold over the weekend, which means on other traders, if you've got a trade open on a Friday and it's not hitting your profit targets and you leave it open, some of the other prop firms will close it out even if it's in a loss. Whereas with ours, you can hold it over the weekend. If you're sure that it's going to go back to your target, you can hold it. Okay, let me just stop for a quick question here. KD, this is good, but for someone who's already has their strategy, has a game plan, we're trading new agents to be funded, it's a process. Yes. Again, it's a step-by-step process. We always want somebody to start on a demo account first, learn the basics, learn the strategy, get comfortable with placing trades, getting comfortable with their strategy, comfortable with their entries and exits. And only when my personal requirement when I help a new trader transition from a demo account to a live account or a funded trader account is they must be demonstrating consistent win rates. Usually I like to see 7 out of 10. That's really, really consistent win rates. But as long as they're over 5 out of 10 and they're practicing a proper risk reward ratio of a minimum of 1 to 2, then even if they win 5 trades out of 10, they're still going to be profitable. So I don't want them going to a funded trader account or a live account until they can demonstrate that they are good, no matter what. Guillermo says, if I'm disciplined in my real life, will I be disciplined in trading? Because I'm trying to catch everything. And when I'm patient, wait for more moves, I catch some more. That's what discipline is, Guillermo. Is exactly that. If you are disciplined in your life, it's obviously a lot easier. But part of this mindset, these mindset sessions that I'm going through will show you how to be disciplined, even if you're not disciplined in real life, but to get your trading hat on when you're sitting in front of the computer, have your trading plan seared into your mind as to what kind of trades you're going to take. And the discipline part is waiting for those trades to set up. It might take 5 minutes. It might take 50 minutes. It might take 5 hours. It might take 5 days, depending on what kind of trader you are. But the idea of discipline is you wait until the trade's set up in the criteria that you've set. Thank you very much, KD. And then you can be a successful trader. Discipline is the key. Okay, so back to Funded Trader Plus. Like I said, it's 170 right now, not 200. I don't know how long that promo is. And then when you on this one as well, when you get 10% simulated profit, so when you get to 27,500, if you want, you can also get that $200 refunded to you. Okay, you would press start now, 199. You would when you get to the next page, it's just asking you, your name, address, your credit card information. You can pay by credit card. A lot of traders will let you pay by, Cash App, debit card, or Bitcoin is also popular as well. So lots of ways you can get this funded. When you go here, it's just going to take you through a normal process of name, address, credit card information, etc. You pump that in and you're funded straight away. You get a back office, you get a broker to trade on. They use a broker that's very good called GUI Trade. Runs through that. Some of them will use TradeLocker. Some of them will use CTrader. A few of them still use MetaTrader 4 and 5, but not that many anymore. Okay, so you do have to get used to that trading program. So that's it. That's how you do that. I'll take you back to and finish off the rest of the presentation here so that you can see that. We just did that. No affiliate. Let's go to the next page. And what it does, it takes commitment and it takes discipline. So this is for you, Guillermo. This is for everybody. Start with your why. Write the reasons why you're doing this. Write them down in great detail. And you got to believe. You got to believe in people like me. You got to believe in people to be successful. You got to believe in the educators, your mentors, your coaches. If you've got an upline, if you've got a coach, if you've got mentors that you follow, listen to what they're saying. They're smarter than I am. I'm just showing you what I do with my funded trading account and how I can leverage $200 to $25,000. And if you know anything about business, you know anything about life, if you know anything about being successful, all the billionaires, everybody uses leverage. Billionaires don't pay for their houses, their investment properties cash. Grant Cardone doesn't buy his investment properties with his own cash. He pays cash for them, but where does he get it from? He gets other people's money. So he gets other people to put money into his fund, and then he goes out and buys the property with other people's money. Sometimes he doesn't put any money of his own down at all. He just takes a commission or a fee on that property. And so one thing, this is for you as well, Guillermo, is realize that anything worthwhile does take time to learn. This isn't a get-rich-quick scheme. This is something that will take you where you're going if you put in the time, if you put in the discipline, if you listen to all your mentors, coaches, and the go lives. Okay? And then when you've got this why, whatever that might be, close your eyes. Imagine the feelings that you've got when you buy your mum that house, when you build a house for your family, when you buy that car you've always wanted, when you walk into the boss's office and tell him you're quitting because you got something better to do, and now you're making your own future instead of working for somebody else's future. Just picture that. That will take you a long way. Now look at the picture on the right. Always, yes, Guillermo. First of all, not just thinking about it, write them down. Write them down in great detail. If you want to buy your mum a house, where is that house? How much is that house? How many bedrooms? What does it look like? Is it 1 story or 2 story? What's the front yard look like? Write every single detail down. If you can get a picture of the ideal house, put that on your vision board, and then that will always be in front of you all the time. In my office, I have a whole wall of vision boards. They're framed. I've got my Bentley, I've got my Maserati, I've got my trips that I've gone to, and I keep changing it as I hit those targets, as I manifest those dreams into reality. I take that down and I replace it with a bigger dream. So you're always manifesting, always dreaming, always looking at that. Look at that picture on the right-hand side. Now, I know you don't want to know what that is, but let me tell you a quick story about manifestation, about commitment and belief. That picture on the right-hand side of your screen right there, you won't believe it when I tell you, that is Dubai. That is Dubai in the 1950s. That's what it looked like. It was a few huts on a piece of sand on the Arabian Gulf. And then what happened is the ruler of Dubai, that guy in the middle, his name is Sheikh Rashid bin Saeed Al Maktoum. He came to power in the 1950s, and he took it from what you just saw in that little strip of dirt there. He took it from that through the 90s until what it is today in 2024. You can see those pictures on the left and the right. That came about just with vision, with commitment, and with discipline. It also came about with billions and billions of dollars in oil revenue. But the fact of the matter is, Dubai wasn't the richest country in oil at all. Abu Dhabi is much, much richer in oil and gas. The reason that Sheikh Rashid wanted to build Dubai into the center of commerce and living tax-free haven that it is today is because he realized that his oil and gas revenues will eventually run out, and he needed to supplement those incomes with other things, with investments. And so he invested in his country, he invested in companies, he invested in the future, and he took it from that piece of dirt to one of the biggest, most vibrant, most exciting countries. It's not even a country, it's an emirate. The country is United Arab Emirates. He took it to one of the biggest centers of commerce, of fun, of tourism, of money in the world, just by his vision and his commitment. Okay? Okay, so this is going to be a rundown of what you can do to show you, especially you, Guillaume. I know you haven't been on that many calls. So it's the whole premise behind doing a funded trade account is very simple. It's much easier to make big money trading on a larger account. It's as simple as that. If we had $25,000 in cash, we could open a live account for $25,000, but most of us don't have that. Some people are opening accounts with $50, $100, $500, maybe $1,000. That's the average that people open a live account with. But what we want to do, exactly, KD, is we want to leverage that. Leverage is where the money is in anything, in real estate, in life, in business, and in trading. Leverage is the name of the game. Okay? So let's say we make 1% per day on our account. 1% a day. When you become a serious trader, usually your target is 1 to 3% a day. So I'm going to dial it back and just do 1% a day. If you trade 5 days a week, that's 5% a week. And if you trade 4 weeks a month, that's 20% per month. Okay? These are all rounded figures. This is just for example. These aren't guaranteeing any results. So remember that. Your results could be different. My friend who trained me, he's been in the business 4 years. Last month, to give you an idea, he didn't make 20%. He made 257% on his trading account in 1 month. Okay? Because he's focused, he's disciplined, he learned the strategy, and he uses impulse. He uses impulse only. So just remember that. So look, there's your 20% a month. 20%, even on $1,000 account, is only $200 a month. For most people, that's not even a car payment. All right? Nothing to get excited about. You're not going to give up your job for that. However, 20% on a $10,000 account, that's $2,000 a month. Well, now we can afford that car payment. Now we can afford our rent, or most of it. Now we can afford our mortgage, or most of it. But when you get to $25,000 account, which is what we're talking about and what we're focusing on, $5,000 a month, that for a lot of people is a monthly salary. That's a full-time monthly salary. That's $60,000 a year. A lot of people can give up their jobs if they're regularly earning $5,000 a month. And remember, I showed you how we can leverage our $25,000 to a $50,000 and then $100,000. The 20% on $100,000, now it's $20,000 a month. That is why I love funded trading accounts, because the leverage factor. And don't forget, if I put $200 to get my $25,000 account, I make 10% on that. I whack it up to 50,000. I make 10% of that. I whack it up to 100,000. Guess what? It still only costs you $200. Where can you go that someone's going to say to you, if you put $200 in and you do this, this, and this, you're going to get $100,000. Nowhere else in this world. Leverage is so powerful, it's fantastic. And the thing is, the trading is the same, the risk is the same, the percentage is the same. If it takes you 3 trades to make $200 a month, it's going to take you the same trades to make $2,000 a month if your account is 10 times bigger. It's going to take you the same 3 trades to make $5,000 account on a 25,000, same 3 trades a day to make 20,000. The only difference is your lot size is much bigger because your account is much bigger. So when you're trading on a lot size of $1,000 account, when you get a $10,000 account, your lot size is 10 times bigger. Same amount of trades, okay? And then how does that happen? Let's dial it right back. We've been talking about 1 to 3%. Let's dial it back to 1/3 of 1%. You got 25,000. You can punch these numbers in all you like at thecalculatorsite.com. It's not my site. It's just on the web, on the internet. Just punch it in. You can change these numbers. Make sure you're on daily compounding. Put your amount in here. Put your interest rate in here. In this case, I put 5 months because I'm going to make $10,000 in 5 months. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 months. You'll make $10,919 in 5 months. If you only make 1/3 of 1% on your 25,000, how cool is that? How much did you put in to make 10,900? $200. You getting the picture here? How long will it take you to make 6 figures? It's still 25,000 at 1/3 of 1%. It will take you 20 months. So if I came to you and said, Guillermo, give me $200 and in 20 months, that's less than 2 years, I'm going to give you back over $100,000, would you do it? Of course you would. Everybody would do it. It's a little bit more complicated than that. I'm simplifying it because you have to make the effort. You have to have a strategy. You have to learn the strategy. You have to be disciplined. You have to know how to do it. But you're going to take your $200 and in 20 months, you're going to get over $100,000 back. Now, remember I told you earlier that we, as professional traders, we're looking usually for 1 to 3% on a daily basis. This is 1/3, 1%. Just for grins, I'm going to show you what 25,000 at 1% does to this figure here. And it won't be in 20 months. Okay, it's going to be in 7 months. 7 months at 1%. Okay? And in 7 months at 1%, you're going to be making over $100,000, $113,000. Okay, Guillermo, very curious. I guess I'm shooting for the stars too much. It's because I have a classmate, Ellie. Well, she had turned 150 to 1 million in 4 months. That's fantastic. I've never heard of anyone genuinely doing that. That is very unrealistic. And to be honest with you, Guillermo, most of that we see, these are from people who are trying to sell courses, trying to sell their particular course, trying to sell subscriptions. There are mega traders. I've never known anyone that does it that quickly. I believe it's unrealistic. I don't want to tell you anything that I don't believe is true. So I'm just keeping it real with you, Guillermo. We have in our company, IM Academy, we have traders in over 30 different languages all around the world. They're vetted every quarter by our company. They have to prove they're 5 and 6 figure traders. They have to send their actual trading results, not demo, but live trading accounts. They have to send their broker accounts into our company, and they're all audited by the company. And then we send those results to the SEC, the Securities and Exchange Commission, to show them that our educators are genuine traders who know how to trade, and they're training everybody on the methods that they use to succeed in the markets. Okay? So if you have any questions, you can contact me on Instagram. You can take a picture of that QR code. It can take you to my Instagram. My YouTube channel is where I put all these replays. This one will be up probably in about an hour. You can go and look at them. They're all dated. You can start from the beginning and look at them. You need to be realistic, Guillermo. If anyone comes up to you and says, I can turn $150 into 1 million in 4 months, what does that sound like to you? To me, it sounds, if it's too good to be true, it probably is. Yeah, gambling. If you throw risk management out the window, you throw everything on trades, you can afford to lose that money over and over again. You can get some tremendous results. I know people that are very wealthy and trade a lot more recklessly, but I'm talking about you and me and most of the people I know is we don't want to trade recklessly. We don't want to gamble. We don't want to lose money. We want to make good money. And this skill is something that you have to learn. In 4 months, you can't learn the skill. If she got to that level, that was pure gambling and pure luck, because you cannot learn trading in 4 months. I've been doing it over 3.5 years and I'm still learning. So, okay, good. Okay, well, that's pretty much it for now. I'm going to stop sharing that right now. I'm going to round it up. If there's any more questions, I'll be happy to answer them. Otherwise, I'm going to sign off now. I'm going to stop the recording now anyway, so that we can